The Irish Sea problem has been one that has existed since Brexit negotiations began, and now the UK has left the EU. The two are still at loggerheads on the issue. But are the EU trying to create an Irish Sea border? A Brexit deal was signed in on December 24, 2020, as Prime Minister Boris Johnson hailed a very exciting time for the UK. At the time Mr. Johnson said, "I want to stress that this is a great deal for the country, for the UK. And what it means is that we in the UK can come out of the EU as one United Kingdom, England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, together." The Northern Ireland part of the Brexit deal, dubbed the Protocol, keeps Northern Ireland in the EU single market for goods, and EU customs rules are enforced at its ports in an effort to prevent a hard border between Northern Ireland and the Republic. But since then, things have undoubtedly become more complex as tensions between the EU and the UK continue to rise, and the protocol hasn't worked out as expected. Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab has accused the EU of trying to make a hard border somewhere in the Irish Sea. Mr. Raab lashed out as he told a US audience it was the EU threatening the Northern Ireland Protocol and damaging the Good Friday Agreement, not the UK. The Foreign Secretary's comments came following a speech he delivered at the Aspen Forum in which he hailed the UK as a force for good. His Northern Ireland remarks saw pro-Ireland Congressman Brendan Boyle quit whether the UK was going to continue delaying the implementation of the protocol. Congressman Boyle said the UK has now taken action twice on its own to delay the implementation of the protocol. He asked whether the government was going to continue on with its cycle of disruption. Mr. Raab fired back, saying, "It is the EU that by trying to erect a barrier down the Irish Sea between Northern Ireland and Great Britain that is challenging the spirit of a Northern Ireland Protocol and the Good Friday Agreement. I hope that our friends on the Hill on all sides of the House, and both houses, are equally robust in picking up when the EU undermines the agreement." Mr. Raab said the triggering of Article 16 of the protocol by the EU had forced huge tensions across all communities. Trade agreements often contain provisions enabling either party to take action on their own if the implementation of the deal leads to bad consequences. The EU recently attempted to trigger Article 16 of the agreement but decided to pull out at the last minute. Mr. Raab added, "The most overt political threat to the agreement and ultimately the Good Friday Agreement has been the politicized way the EU has gone about things.